And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Kansas City Royals. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And towing the slab in this one, Zack Greinke. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
He's been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. And a pitch. In for a strike, and we are underway. Next pitch is popped up, and they get Mullins for the out. And there's one down. Here's Adley Rutschman, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Popped up. Witt settles under it. Makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Good power, not great in the OBP department. In there for strike 1. Singing Ryan Mountcastle, a former first-round pick by the Orioles in 2015. Here's the thing that gets me, though. He owns his own karaoke machine. And can I tell you, I've never done karaoke in my life.
You got to try it sometime.
Singy, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Yeah, probably some song that'll cost us too much to mention in this broadcast.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a base hit. Mountcastle round second, on his way to third. Mountcastle coming home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0. Here's the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. There's a strike. Singing, you know, Zack Greinke, a guy that even while he's been playing, he likes scouting amateur talent in person and watching guys on video. Well, in the 2012 year when he was with Milwaukee, he went into their draft room and there was video on this save. The count 2-1. Swing and a miss. Santander on third with 2 out. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. And on the mound in this one, Kyle Gibson. What do you look for here?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And next is the designated hitter, Vinny Pasquantino. Ground ball to the right side. But the game is tied as the run comes in.
I'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And they get Pérez for the out. MJ Melendez steps in for the Royals. Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That is the 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. Greinke back to work. Fly ball down the line, and it falls. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock. Here's Adam Frazier. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And there's a ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And a pitch. There's a swing and a miss.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles. Next pitch downstairs, ball 1.
Well, Ramon Urias, spectacular defender, won a Gold Glove in 2022 and became the first Orioles third baseman to win a Gold Glove since, you know who, Boo?
Manny Machado.
That's right, in 2015.
Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Pitch is in there. That's strike 2. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Throw over to Prado, and that is that. And the Orioles leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here in Kansas City, now the left fielder, Edward Olivares. The pitch. Out to short. Over to first. And a quick out, number 1.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Nick Prado, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Next pitch is popped up. Urias pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Liner, base hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
That one ripped. And it's into the gap. Massey around second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. So 2 on with 2 away. Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Right side. Play made, that ends the inning. Royals strand a pair. Back here at the ballpark, at the plate, Cedric Mullins. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
Nope, that's inside.
Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Flied out his first time. And that's in there for strike 1. Adley Rutschman saying a first overall pick out of Oregon State. What a college career he had. He helped the Beavers win the 2018 College World Series, and he was named the most outstanding player of the tournament.
Yeah, I found it interesting that in his rookie season, many baseball experts said that he was the best catcher in the big leagues at the time.
Rutschman retired. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. That one misses. Ball one. Mountcastle measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. And a count 1-2.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play. And
swing and a miss for the strikeout. Pulled the string. Bottom of the inning. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. And here it comes. Outside. And he deals. On the ground to the left. On to first. One up, one down. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Grounded out his first time up. Lined, and that's a base hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And now it's Salvador Pérez to the plate. And it's fouled away. Pasquantino, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. That's towards center. And puts the squeeze on that. And there are two down. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. MJ Melendez. He's 0 for 1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
On the run, throw to first. And that is the... Back here at Kauffman Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Next offering is down low, and it's 1-0. In the air, left side. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Go ahead run on base. Kyle Stowers, the next to hit for the Orioles. First offering, and it just misses. Swing and a miss as he was late. Runner at second, nobody out. And now 2-1. Swings through that one. The 2-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Mateo can't hold up, and that's a strike. And that one lifted in the air center field. He's under it. Brings it in. 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Frazier in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Out towards right center field. Melendez racing, makes the catch. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Nick Pratto. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Tosses to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Michael Massey digs in now. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And that'll get down for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Grounded to third, could be 2. Good feed, that's 1. And that's 2.
Poetry and
welcome back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Ramon Urias. 0-1.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 1-1. They say you win. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
O'Hearn stands in now, looks at that one inside. That clips the zone, and it's 1-1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
Massey fires to first on the run. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. And that one fouled off. 2 outs. Popped up left side. Brings it in for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Still tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's a speed threat. Bobby Witt Jr. The line to kick the pitch. Popped up first base side. O'Hearn hauls it in, and there's one away. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. 1 for 2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Swing, and that one hammered. Down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is out of here. Salvador Pérez leaves the yard. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they jump out front. It's 3-1. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at-bat. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Yeah, the batter now, MJ Melendez. And first offering is fouled off. pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still only one out here in the inning. Line drive. Snags it on the run. 2 away now. And to the plate for Kansas City, Edward Olivares. To third, Urias. To first, and that ends the inning. 2-run shot for the Royals this inning. And this is now a 3-1 ball game.
Gotta make this life go paradise, so I go paranormal like paradise. But my mojo right, and my motor right, so I roll the dice, so I seize the day.
All set for the top of the 6th. And into the box for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. Just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Bounce to the right side, and it goes just foul. Adley Rutschman is one of 7 catchers to be taken with the first overall pick in the draft. The first, Steve Chilcott, 1966. He never made the majors, and worth noting, the number 2 overall pick in that draft, Reggie Jackson. Two down. That one the other way. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Now here's the Orioles DH. Ryan Mountcastle singled back in the first and scored their only run. He's 1 for 2. That clips the corner.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Really good piece of hitting last time.
And the Royals manager making new pitcher on here, Aroldis Chapman. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Fanático de cómo mueve, rompiendo cuello cuando baja y cuando viene, la sensación de baile, a todo esto tú no tienes, gastando la saliva y gastando par de cienes, y llegaste con tu amiga y te vas sin ella, bendecido el caída es una huella, te pagan par de y tú vales la botella y corazones atropella. Llévate de 1500 lo que dicen por ahí, esa mujer ya no está fácil, ya se le subió aquí, ellos quieren, pero no se va a poder, esa mujer quieren bailar pero para la cama no se mira, na, trágale su, no le diga ya, manana, sigue zafándose de los lazos, todo el mundo de pie, que ya merece un aplauso. Un aplauso.
Checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Just could not get in sync and even guess right. When you talk about guessing in the game, it's really anticipation and sort of going with.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the. And welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. And now, Nick Pratto. The wind of the pitch. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
He was all over that one.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Danny Coulombe.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
Now here is Michael Massey. Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike, and that's strike 1. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. At the belt and fires. Base hit center field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to get through this ball and just drop it into center field.
Left field. Stowers makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And there's a hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Wastes no time there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now the bases loaded.
Rips one to right, and that's a fair ball. 1 runs in. A second scores as well, and that's a double.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice job going the opposite way with it. Letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Vinny Pasquantino will hit next. Bounce to the left side. Mateo tosses to first. Out number 2, and another run comes in. Salvador Pérez steps in for the Royals. He's already homered here in this one. Taps softly third base side. A swinging bunt onto O'Hearn. And they get Pérez for the out. Back here in Kansas City, top. The pitch. Outside corner, there's a strike.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Kicks and fires. And a ball evens the count.
It's a good take.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Jorge Mateo now. First offering misses the mark. That's in there. The 1-1. That one missed. In the air, right side of the infield. That one gets down for a hit. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often. But right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Now a long throw home, and he's in there, and a run comes in to score. And next for the Orioles, Ramon Urias, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. And another ball.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Next one misses, and it's a full count. Kicks and deals. Good job to fight that one off. Next offering is fouled back. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout. Just didn't locate it very well.
And a pitch. The punch out there, and there's 2 down.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. The 2-2. And now the count filled up 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. So coming into the game now on defense, Gunnar Henderson. He's in at shortstop. Coming on for the Orioles, Austin Vogt. He's been so good against lefties. The wind and the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Stowers has this one sized up. Puts it away for the out. And here is Edward Olivares. This to center field. Hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Nick Pratto, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Mike Baumann getting loose out there. Aiken warming up as well. Oh, and 2 now. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
The biggest concern, other than injury, after a moment like that is just how the pitcher will respond. You know, sometimes a guy will lose confidence in a pitch when he's hit somebody.
Massey, the next to hit, takes ball 1. In the air, out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. We go to the 8th. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Josh Stamont. He left. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And strike two. Got him looking for the K. Fastball at the letters, froze him for strike three. And here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. On the ground to third. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a 1-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Puts the squeeze on it. And that is the third out of the inning. Ready for the bottom. Both back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Mike Baumann up and loosening in the pen. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
Out to short. Henderson over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. So the lineup flips over. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. Vinny Pasquantino, the next to hit.
He put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
Next pitch is outside. Witt stands at second with 2 gone. Just a weak fly ball this time. Henderson puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. We go to the 9th. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Anthony Santander. The pitch.
That's a ball.
And ball 1.
Ball 1,
Stamont. The wind of the pitch.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And a ball and 2 strikes.
Ball 2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2 down. Popped in the air, left side. Hauls it in after a long run. And there's 1 down. Stepping in, Kyle Stowers. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped up. He's got it, and there's 2 away. And into the box for Baltimore. So the Royals bring on a new arm, Scott Barlow. He's being eased into the game here with the bases empty. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And a foul ball. And down on strikes he goes. And that is the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by these guys to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 6-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
City Royals, 6 runs on 14 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Orioles, 2 runs, 6 hits.
Get up off my let me talk my talk. Let me show them how I feel for real. These ain't ill. They ain't got no skill. They ain't got no